by the way, if anybody doesn't know, Pieter has 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, 50,000 subscribers on Instagram, over 7.4 million views on YouTube by now, all within your passion, which is tennis. So when you first started creating content about tennis, what was your mindset?
Yeah, man, that's a good question. So it's about 4 years now.
Okay.
And when I first started, actually, a very good friend of mine told me, when you speak, people listen. So you have a skill there, and also your skill and passion is tennis. Why don't you get online a bit, because I'm obviously still coaching full time. It's a lot of time in the sun. So I think everyone, when they have a business, they want to find ways to leverage a bit, so you don't have to sell your time all the time. So I started slowly, just posted some videos, posted some tips, and I saw one video went viral. I think it was on the kick serve,
Okay.
and I realized, well, people are actually enjoying this, and then that actually ignited a passion in me to keep going and figure out the online space. I don't have it all figured out yet, but it's quite exciting to see that you can help people around the world online. So it started as not knowing what was going to happen,
Okay.
and it grew quickly.
Yeah.
And then so I just kept posting, and I did commit to. I know that with anything in life, you have to give it time. I think a lot of people give up too soon. So I committed to 10 years,
Okay.
10 years or 1,000 videos.
Yeah.
So whichever one comes first, but I can't quit before that. That was the plan.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah.
Because you're right, like most people would think committing for a year is long.
Yeah.
But that obviously comes from your tennis as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I did some research as well. Most YouTubers, for instance, they quit at around 6 months.
Okay.
And also at about, right before you get to the 1,000 subscribers, you realize, okay, well, this is actually some work. Then they actually quit. So if you can find a way to not worry about results early on and commit to a certain time or certain amount of videos, it has to pay off.
Yeah, I think that's quite important because when you do start, you sort of get confronted with like 100 views,
Yes,
50 views, and you're like, is this...
yeah, like is this all worth it,
Yeah. It's a beautiful time we live in, that we can take our passions, put them online, and actually start a business.
Exactly.
From that. So when did it go from, okay, I'm just trying this thing, to, wow, I have a business here, or like my business is really growing? When did that happen?
That's a good question, and I think this might help your audience as well. I would say it took me about 14 months to monetize YouTube.
14 months? Yeah. That's not long at all.
Yeah. So I know the average is a bit longer.
Sure.
So I was very happy about that. But then it starts small. You're just happy that you have your 4,000 watch hours and your 1,000 subscribers. But I would say about the 2-year mark, it started blowing up a bit. People started talking when I'm at tournaments. They're like, "Hey, I've seen you online."
Right.
So that's also the 2-year mark, I think, is important. If you can get through that, I've seen it's the same for Instagram and YouTube. This is why you have to be consistent, because I've seen at least one video a year goes extremely viral.
Okay.
If you stay consistent.
And do you think you know which video is going to go viral?
No.
No, hey?
No. That's why.
Yeah.
You just give your value, you give your best. And so my biggest video on YouTube right now it's almost 1 million views.
Yeah, so.
And I don't know, it took 3 minutes of my life. And,
yeah.
It's not a lot of money, but just that one video has made me $2,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for 3 minutes, but you can never know that.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's made you that sort of, okay, it made you that $2,000, sure. That's like what we can see. But everything in the background,
yes,
the brand building, all of that stuff, is much more than just a
100%.
$2,000, right?
100%.
In many ways.
Even if I think by now I would still do it. It's still valuable.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what's been the most difficult or the hardest part of doing this whole online thing?
Yeah, it's a very good question. The hardest part is because there's a honeymoon phase, right? The first 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, man, you love this. It's so good. Checking the editing and then, like anything, it becomes another job.
Yeah.
Which is fine because it's your passion. So the hardest thing is honestly staying consistent. So I don't go many weeks without posting.
Mm-hmm.
But to be completely honest, you're also a content creator, but you can feel when your foot is off the gas,
Mm-hmm.
and you can feel when you're pushing, and you can also feel the momentum. So it's very dangerous actually when you feel the momentum dropping to think because if you stay back for too long, it will be hard to get back. So
Yeah.
I think if you keep the momentum is so important.
Mm.
Again, commit to how many videos you feel is right and stay consistent. I think that is the hardest part.
Just staying consistent.
Yes.
So just like in tennis.
100%. Yeah. Just like in life.
Yeah.
If you stay consistent, you never know when that next video is coming.
Mm.
And then that will motivate you again, But it's hard.
It is, yeah.
It's work. But when you have people commenting, best coach on YouTube,
Yeah.
or I've spent this much money on coaching and you helped me in 5 minutes, you've just changed my career, then like, wow, this is all worth it.
That's a great feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah. True.
Mm.
And speaking about those good comments, which are really nice and they motivate you, what about all the bad ones? How has that made you feel over time?
Yeah, so I've had a couple. I must tell you, obviously, we all know there are negative ones.
Yeah. It's the nature of the internet
yes,
as well.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I've had one or two that stuck with me a little bit, like, you know nothing. What are you talking about? This is a disgrace
Yeah.
to tennis. Or
Yeah.
you're going to injure this kid with that. That bothers me.
Oof. Yeah.
If they tell me that I'm hurting a player, I don't
Mm.
like that at all. But if you're online long enough, you know that you have to find a way to cut that off because you're helping a lot more people, and you just get those better people online.
Yeah.
They get something out of it when they try and get those sharp words out to you. It could be jealousy, it could be something in their own life or whatever it is, but some of them is sharp, it hurts a bit. But the good ones actually overpower it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. And if you were starting from zero or starting from maybe where I am, I'm 6 months into building my tennis thing. What would be your focus?
So starting from scratch.
Yeah. Anyone starting a YouTube or an Instagram or any sort of content online?
So my advice would be, I always ask myself, what would you tell your boy? Because that's the best advice.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Okay.
Also plays a lot of tennis. But, there is a right answer that's going to say be consistent, commit, and those things are all true. But if I can make it as practical as possible for anyone is to not think too much. Post as much as you can.
Okay.
Post as much as you can, as often as you can. And let the online world show you what's working. You know what I mean? If you have some skills with editing and maybe captions and descriptions, all those things help. But don't overthink it. If that's going to stop you from posting, then rather just post. Post anything. Post your value, what you have, and then like me, one video just skyrockets, and you're like, okay, well, this worked. Why is that working? But it only comes when you post.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I would say is as much as you can, don't overthink it. And I think it's a normal fear people have in the beginning. What will people think?
Yeah.
If you can try and ignore that. And funny enough, most people actually, they get inspired by that, because a lot of people want to, a lot of people want to make a difference in the world, and they all like, they just don't start. So when you do something out of the norm a bit, get online, you inspire them. So, let people inspire you. Don't worry about what they say,
Mm.
Yeah.